From someplace over Sierra Leone, this is the Space Dog Radio Show. I'm the Space Dog. Thanks for tuning in. Space Dog Radio is your remote location radio station, coming to you 24/7 around the planet and throughout the universe from SPACEDOGRADIO.com. You can also find us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Twitter at Space Dog Radio. Online with us right now out of Missoula, Montana, USA, Spice Cat, flying along with Space Dog Radio. Spice Cat, welcome back to Space Dog Radio.
Hello, it's good to be back again.
All right, yeah. A lot of really peculiar things going on with a huge outbreak. As everyone knows, back in March, the Ebola outbreak in Africa was taking place. People were screaming for help back then. Recently, within hours, the first Ebola case ever here in the United States. A person down in Dallas, Texas, has been diagnosed with it. But there's been some activity going on related to the Ebola virus from Montana way before this. Spice Cat has got the story. Spice Cat, what do you got?
Yeah, and I thought this was kind of perfect to talk about it, just considering it's at everyone's forefront right now, just because we had the first diagnosis here. But what I did want to talk about is what we've been doing in Missoula to kind of help what's been going on in Africa for a while now. And what I found out was kind of interesting. Our YMCA here in Missoula and the YMCA in Sierra Leone have actually been working together for the past 10 years now. Kind of a cool story how it happened. There was 2 local board members from Missoula. This was in 1969, by the way. They were volunteering in the Peace Corps when they first came upon the YMCA in Sierra Leone. Then they left. They returned in 2004 to the same establishment, and that's kind of how this partnership got started and how it began. And since then, according to their website, the Missoula YMCA has raised over $56,000 to help causes down there in Sierra Leone. Now, at the beginning, much of that money went to help the aftermath of the Civil War. But now that they have this terrible new epidemic that has happened, they just kind of ask, what can we do to help? And the funny thing is, well, not the funny thing, I should say, but the simple thing is what it is it's the lack of education, and that the things that we can do to help are just buy stuff like, bleach, hand washing stations, chlorine, buckets, mops, are things that actually are saving lives down there. And John Lang, he is the CEO of the YMCA here in Missoula. He said that it's amazing what a bottle of bleach and a bucket of water can do, but they don't know it. Because like I said, there's a lack of education. I mean, we here in the United States, we have the knowledge and the know-how of how to protect ourselves. But when you get to these different cultures, these poorer countries, these third world countries, they unfortunately don't share that same education that we do. Actually read another article I thought was interesting. It was a doctor here from Missoula, Montana. She was in Sierra Leone not too long ago. She was there for 20 days working in an Ebola ward. She would work with 95 patients at a time. And what she would do to treat them it was so simple. Just give them IV fluids, electrolytes, clotting control, and more than half the people receiving what she called simple care completely recovered. In light of that, I just think that it's so important that us as a community, we're helping to try to get them that education that's going to ultimately, it's going to save someone's family member or their friend or their lover. But it's just simply a matter of staying involved and trying to get that education and those simple things that we just take for granted here in the United States. Would you agree?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, everyone said, oh, it's just an Africa thing. It's da-da-da-da-da. But these people don't even have access to electricity sometimes. They don't have access to information. And so it's been really tough for all the medical crews going over there and getting education. People are scared, and it's just a tough time. I think it's really visionary, though, what those folks there in Missoula have been doing. I mean, they were way ahead of most of the support organizations in this. So they're really in tune with Sierra Leone.
And even in Missoula, we're such a small little community, and the fact that just those members just from that YMCA have come together and been doing this for so long, and they just want to help. And I mean, I know there's people all over the world, all over the country that want to, but I just think it's really awesome that we've been doing that, and we still strive to just make as much of a difference as we can, because people are dying, and it's terrible. And there are things that we can do to help, and I just think that's awesome that we're proactive about doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. Recently I just heard, and this is an alarming statistic, 5 children every hour dying from Ebola right now. So this is a epidemic that could be President Obama said it best. You can't underestimate the seriousness of the situation. Mm-hmm. And world leaders have been saying this for months now. Doctors Without Borders been doing amazing work over there, and a lot of sacrifices going on. And we've got troops over there now working to help those people. So
yeah,
and it takes a whole world. This is going to take a whole world effort. And I just think it's a really amazing thing that those folks in Missoula had the foresight and the gumption and the compassion to start helping way before they were even asked to.
And another interesting thing is Missoula, the St. Patrick Hospital, is one of 4 hospitals in the United States that is equipped to deal with patients that may contact the virus.
Wow.
Yeah.
Spice Cat, I really appreciate you tuning into that. Any other shouts out you want to send to the rest of the world?
Just that, get involved. Go to your local YMCA, go to wherever you want. Google somewhere. See if you can do something to help. Because if you can, why not? Because like I said, thousands of people are dying.
Yeah. Good thoughts. Good thoughts.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah, thank you so much for having me again. It's always a pleasure to be here.
Spice Cat out of Missoula, Montana, USA. You can find her on Twitter at SpiceCat406. You can find us, of course, at SpaceDogRadio.com. Also on Twitter at SpaceDogRadio. From someplace over Sierra Leone, this has been the Space Dog Radio Show. I'm the Space Dog along with Spice Cat. Thank you for listening. Be safe, be happy, and I'll catch you next orbit.